it. Why not? What? Give me a reason why that's. Tell me a reason why that's wrong. Because you're
one
getting
is a child, one is not a child. That's the point. So the 14-year-old, all of those criteria we just checked, you're in your 20s.
The definition that we just agreed upon, that's not true. Child is somebody that is not physically mature yet. It has nothing to do with 18.
That's not what we agreed upon. We agreed upon 18.
You agreed.
We
didn't agree with that.
Agreed at 18.
That's not true. That's not true across the whole world.
Sensible people, even your own community has agreed upon 18 for the most part. So I've seen a lot of the tweets when you go on these tangents. Most people say it should be 18, and Sneako's arguing that parts of the world are different, so it gets muddy. But the agreed upon for the majority of people is 18.
That's not true. That's just not true across the world.
So you see when you argue against that, why it looks so weird. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand because people have been brainwashed with this. Let me ask you this: people in Europe,
brainwashing is concerning.
Okay, so the majority of Europe is 16. Is everybody in Europe who abides by that, who abides by the law, are they pedophiles?
Yeah, in my eyes, 100%. And in European society, too.
Fine.
If you have someone in their 20s that is fucking and marrying a 16-year-old, they, too, are excommunicated.
No, not excommunicated. Are they pedophiles?
Yeah, I would say yes.
They're pedophiles? Okay, so the majority of people that follow the law in Europe are pedophiles according to Moisrkritikal.
If they are an adult fucking an under 18-year-old, even if it's 16 legally, I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And in America, the majority of the states, it's 16. Are those people who follow the law of the land, are they pedophiles for following the... So the majority...
You keep saying the law of the land.
That's what it is. The majority of states, it's 16.
So I want you right now, Sneako. If you go to any of those states where it's 16 and you fuck a 16-year-old, it's statutory rape. It is still statutory rape. It doesn't apply. That's not what that means. That's not how that works.
We went in circles. The Romeo and Juliet laws don't apply for most people. And even without that, even without the Romeo and Juliet laws, if it was 16 and all the countries that is 16, are those people pedophiles?
As I just said, yes.
Okay.
In those countries too.
Okay. But do you realize what you're saying? What you are saying,
those countries,
most people who follow, what you're saying, based off this logic, most people in the world are pedophiles if they follow the law.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
If the law is under 18, I would say yes.
Okay. So, but that's not the law because most of the world, as we established, most of the world is not 18. So you're saying if the majority of the world follows the law and they exercise their rights, they do exactly what they're good citizens, and they follow the law where it's 16, you are saying the majority of the world contains pedophiles. Even if they don't even act upon it, even if they agree that, okay, one day, maybe I could, out of wedlock, I could fuck a 16-year-old.
Because those
just the thought.
But yes, if there is an adult, as I've said many times, if there is an adult, and I am defining an adult as someone who is...
We know.
We'll go deeper. We'll make it even simpler. Your age. If there is someone that is your age, and they are fucking a 16-year-old...
Why my age now? I thought it was 18. I thought it was 18.
I just gave a number because you were...
But you gave a number earlier.
18.
You said 18.
18. Yeah, I was just trying to make it easier. 18. If there is an adult that is fucking a 16-year-old, even in a country where it says 16 is okay, then yes, absolutely. Now, in the case of the 18, 16-year-old, that's where Romeo and Juliet kicks in. But if it is someone in their 20s, in their 30s, fucking a 16-year-old, that is literally statutory rape in pretty much everywhere in the world.
Right. Based off your logic, you realize this, that if a 19-year-old has sex with a 17-year-old, they should go to jail. They're pedophiles.
That is Romeo and Juliet, unless it's an 18, then yeah, wait till they're 18.
Okay, but a lot of states don't even have Romeo and Juliet. In Europe, they don't have that. The places, your Romeo and Juliet is an American thing. And in Europe, a lot of these places, if a 19-year-old has sex with a 17-year-old, your logic, they should go to jail. Is that true?
Yeah, I think it is absolutely going to be one of those things where there's an agreed upon age. If it's 18, it's 18.
So yes,
follow it.
A 19-year-old in a relationship with a 17-year-old should go to jail.
Well, no, okay. I guess, like I said, it will all depend on where that is located. So to give an example, Call Me Carson and that, I think it was a 17-year-old, I think he was 19 and 17. Like, that could be a high school relationship. And I don't remember where that took place, but the big problem there is apparently he was getting nudes. That's child porn. Like, that's a huge issue. 19 and 17, that's only a 2-year age gap. So that is applicable under things like Romeo and Juliet. So even if it is under 18 in the place you come from, that's an extenuating circumstance. But that's not what we're talking about. You keep bringing it back down to reasonable places. But what you argue for is things like when you legally can drive, you can legally get married and have sex.
Yes,
And that's
when you
unacceptable.
are physically mature, when you're ready to drive a car, you should be able to. There's a lot of people that have jobs that need to do things. So a lot of people aren't ready to drive cars. They're not physically, they're not mentally mature yet to drive a car. They shouldn't drive a car at 16. It should be based off maturity. The same thing has to do with sex. The reason I keep saying this is because you have these set in stone numbers, and if you were to lay the law of the
Because they need
land,
to be.
if we follow your laws, if we follow your criteria, a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old, he's consenting, she's consenting, the parents are happy, they're happy, they want to get married, they're ready to go. You're putting them in jail. That doesn't make any sense. Because
That's
of
where
this,
Romeo
because
and Juliet kicks in. Like, I don't know what's hard to understand about that. Places where that doesn't exist, I guess I'm not too familiar with how those
a
cases
lot of
go,
a
but
lot
that
of
is
places
in
they don't. A lot of places they don't. And this is why it's arbitrary. So where, and based off your standards, when is the Romeo and Juliet? How long can that extend?
those are teenagers. A 17 and a 19-year-old, those are both teenagers.
Okay, now they're
That is
teenagers,
not-
but you just said 18 was an adult.
Yes, they are.
You see how the definitions keep changing? They keep changing.
Ballpark.
So far in this conversation, you changed it so many times. You said 18's an adult. No, you said, but listen, because you did. I heard you double up a couple
I know
times.
what you're gonna harp on here.
No,
yes,
you did.
I
You
get
said
it.
you said 18's an adult, and then you said adults like you, because you think 25's an adult now, because that's when you're. Why? So why is it? Let me ask you this:
18
Why
is an adult.
Why is it not 20? Why is it not 25?
It's because that's not what was established. Like
No,
that's-
I'm
it's
asking
just not what
you
was
because you,
established.
you believe in personal beliefs. I believe in some. My morality comes from the Quran. You believe in personal beliefs. Why is it not 25? 25 is when the frontal cortex is fully developed. That's when you're done maturing.
I couldn't tell you why it's not 25. I have
Okay.
no clue. I don't know why the drinking age is 21. I don't know. But they are agreed upon rules.
They're agreed upon
that I
rules,
think are-
just like the drinking age, just like the voting age. They're agreed upon rules, and a lot of them don't make any sense. Why is drinking 21?
18, but I do think 18 does. There is a good reason for it. You are out of high school. You are going to live on your own. You're going to college. I think that is a good reason.
Yeah, maybe
And I think-
maybe in the 1980s, but nowadays people don't leave the house until 24, 25, until they're my age. A lot of people don't. People are not financially ready. People are still immature. There's 18-year-olds I know that are more mature than people my age, and there's 25-year-olds that are more immature than 18-year-olds. It's arbitrary now.
Yeah,
It depends on personal experience. It
there
depends
still
on
needs to be
individual
something
maturity.
said. But there needs to be something defined in your rule here.
And I'm
there's
saying
nothing
there is something defined. I'm saying there
A
is.
14-year-old, in your definition, could literally marry an adult. That's a problem. In your world, a 14-year-old can marry an adult.
Yeah,
if
in
the
my
parents
world,
consent.
two 14-year-olds could be adults. I'm telling you,
What
only
the fuck?
the
Why don't you
only
see why that's weird?
two 14-year-olds. You don't think that two 14-year-olds could be married?
No, absolutely not.
No?
No, under no circumstances do I think two 14-year-olds can marry.
Can two 16-year-olds?
Let
be married?
alone a 14 and a 20-year-old or whatever.
Okay, can two
Absolutely not.
16-year-olds be married?
No, I don't think two
Why
16-year-olds
is it
can be married.
wrong if so a 16-year-old, because the age of consent is across the world, so many places 16. If they can go have frivolous sex with a lot of people, if they can go fuck around, if they can do deviant things, if they can change their gender, why can they not get married? Sex change, like Chris from Mr. Beast. These people could take hormone
You
blockers.
harp on that so much.
Listen,
Just focus,
you're not listening. This is the point. You could take hormone blockers. You could take puberty blockers. Okay, when you're a child. When you're 16, you can go change your gender, but you can't get married. Why is that?
What that's I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty obvious question.
No, it's not.
There are
It's not. See, if you cut your penis off, like Chris from Mr. Beast, if you cut your penis off, that is a life-altering decision. You can't glue it back on. You can get divorced if you get married. This is a commitment that you're taking. A child, based off the liberal point of view that you believe in, they can have gender surgery. They can change forever.